Hey guys, on today's show we have a question answer session. This is a little bit different. We showed you guys on the Ford F-150. This has to do with that cool dash kit, that Pac Audio RPK4 FD2201. Yeah, I was looking at the box for the number because it's really long. We get a lot of questions about that because I think we have 4 or 5 different videos showing how to install it. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna talk to you about all the questions, or try to hit at least all the questions that you guys have asked and answer them. So let's go into the car and we'll start with disassembly. Come on in. First, one of the frequently asked questions is, do I need to worry about retaining this screen? No, this is coming out and going away. The second question is, can I use this kit on the bigger screen? Meaning not the one this size. The answer to that question is no also. They are coming out with one, however, we're probably still looking at next year. Next question is, can I retain my factory Sirius XM antenna? Yes, you can. You'll need to buy this part right here. It's called a SAT1 for my data. It looks just like this, and all it does is plug right in. In the dash, there's 2 antennas. You have this fat orange one and this skinny yellow one. It plugs into the skinny yellow one. The fat one is the FM antenna, which there is an antenna adapter already in the box that comes with the kit. Now, to use the Sirius XM, you will need to pick up the SVX300 add-on tuner and make sure you have a radio that's capable of working with that tuner. Most of them are, but some of them aren't, so make sure you check. If I have a factory backup camera, will this kit retain it? Yeah, it comes with this plug right here in the box. This is designed to retain your factory backup camera. You will need to do a little modifications, and the instructions, steps 3 and steps 4, talk about how you need to move the module in order to retain the factory backup camera. Sorry, the truck we're working on doesn't have a factory backup camera. When I install the temperature controls, do I have to make sure that they're at 12 o'clock? Yeah, if you don't do that, your air conditioner is not going to function properly. The max AC or heat will not function. You'll have to go and take it all back apart, fix it. All the little rubber pieces need to stay on the bottom control panel, except this one. You don't need that one. That one can go back into there. But other than that, yeah. What screws do I use to reattach the bottom circuit board? Use these. There's 2 different sizes you just took off. One is a really long one like this, and one is a shorter one. You want to make sure you use the shorter one. What happens if I don't get these ribbon cables right? Well, that's an easy one. Your air conditioning is not going to work properly. What we found happens is that it won't blow cold anymore. The blower under the hood gets kicked out of the system and will stop blowing cold. The fix for it is to take it all back apart, make sure that these are all pushed in on both ends, and drive your car for about 10 or 15 minutes. That'll resync the car's computer and re-engage the blower motor underneath the hood. Do I use the long screws for anything? Yes, there's 2 that you need, and they're located down here at the bottom of the kit. One goes here, one goes here. That's it. The rest of these don't get used. Why does the kit come with a bag of small screws? When you get to this step here, that's what you're going to use to screw this down. If you use the long ones, they'll go through and hit the circuit board below it. Should I use a cordless drill to put this kit together? Hell no. Use a screwdriver. Cordless drill, that's how you break stuff. When I get done with the kit, will I have extra parts? Yeah, you'll have a bunch of extra parts. You're gonna have a bunch of extra screws, 2 to 4 ribbon cables, depending on whether or not you take them off the rest of the circuit board. Make sure you put them in the bag so you don't lose them if you ever need to rebuild this kit. You're also gonna have a bunch of loose parts on the kit here. Best practice is to make sure that they're in firmly and then put the top back on. Then when you're done with that, go ahead and put it back in the bag that the aftermarket kit came in. And then put this in the box. You can also fit your sync module as well as the 3-inch or 5-inch touchscreen. And there's also room for the actual CD player itself. You also want to put the instruction manual back in here when you're done. That way you know how to reassemble it when the day comes to put it back in. Well, the smart harness that this thing comes with allow me to retain my factory steering wheel controller. Yeah, there's 2 things you need to do. 1, open the instruction manual, go to page 9, see what type of radio you're putting in. In this case, we're putting in a Pioneer. 1, 2, 3. On the side of the unit, you'll see these dip switches. You need to flip them down to turn them on. So, 1, 2, 3. Once you've done this, the steering wheel is programmed. You need to do this before you plug power into the unit. Secondly, on the unit, there's 2 wires that are taped with a white flag around it. A blue, yellow, and an 1/8 inch that looks like a headphone jack. If you're doing a Kenwood JVC, you're gonna hook this up to the blue, yellow that comes in their harness. If you're doing pretty much every other radio on the market, this needs to get plugged into the back of the radio where it says WH WR, steering wheel controls. It'll be clearly marked what it is. This needs to get plugged into the back of the radio. Do I need to program the steering wheel controls? No. Out of the box, they already come pre-programmed for these features on page 10. So for example, on a Pioneer, you get volume up and down, source, track up, down, voice, mute, answer, and end. Now, if you'd like to change them, you can. Go to the bottom of page 11 and you can remap the steering wheel controls. That's done through pushing this button on the side of the unit. This retained my factory center channel. The wiring for the center channel are located right here in the harness. It's this brown and brown black wire. Most radios only have 4-channel output, a set of fronts and a set of rears. They don't have an output for the center channel. So the center channel will not play when you replace it with an aftermarket radio. If you do want the center channel to play, you may want to look into getting a small amplifier. A biggie is, can I retain my factory Bluetooth microphone? No. The aftermarket radios have to use their microphone. You can either try to mount it in where the factory location is inside the overhead console, or simply just mount it next to or above the mirror. Where does the aftermarket radio get located? In the bottom where the factory controller was, or in the top where the touch panel was? It goes in the top. So you're gonna wanna reroute the harnesses that were down here up to the top hole. Can I test all my controls before I put it all back together? Yes, you can. It's okay. You wanna test this before you put the front panel back on. Yes, it comes with the cable to retain your factory USB. How do I know if my AC works? First thing you wanna do is start up the car and make sure that this knob lights up as you turn the dial. Secondly, go ahead and turn on AC power and front blower. Turn the cold all the way down until max AC comes on. Make sure that it blows out cold. Next, rotate the knob the other direction and make sure max heat comes on. If both those functions work, you get cold air and the lights come on, you got the AC correct. All right guys, we hope that answers a bunch of questions about putting in one of these Ford F-150 kits. If you're doing one and you have a question that we didn't answer, feel free to ask in the comments and we'll try to get back to you. Otherwise,
all right, if you like this video, please subscribe. You know where to find us: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter.
And of course, if you want to, we're also on Patreon. You know what to do there. You guys have a great night as always, and we'll see you later next time. Bye.